So while we buy, buckle up for these jewels that we giving up, peace and love with some prosperity. Demi and K dropping heat while bringing clarity. Yeah.
Okay, so boom. It's Demi and K, ratchet and classy, but we dropping jewels. These words gon' stick, help you a little, but there's no room.
Not one.
Temperature check, this shit getting hot, cause we got food. Yeah, we dropping jewels, cause we dropping jewels. Demi and K, we dropping jewels.
Hell yeah, we dropping
Jewels. Spitting them every day. Jewels.
Eloquent evening, gods and goddesses. It's your girl Jay, also known as Jay Demi, and I'm here with the best co-host with the fucking most.
It's your girl K Bex, and I'm here with my gorgeous sis Jay Demi to drop another jewel for you.
Yeah, we here like we always are, but this time we got a treat. Y'all ain't never see us bring nobody else on here except Kevizy that one time. Shout out to Venture Season Network. Blah. See, I'm gonna tell y'all, he not even gonna make it this season probably. You know, it's crazy, right? But he flake us out, but we'll see what he do this season. Anyway, we got Shay today. My published author, Blood Cousin. What's the titles though? I haven't read her books, but it's okay. Y'all got my word. That's gonna be. I'm gonna start with the one that you said relates to our topic today, and our topic is love and money. Let me throw that out there. But what's the title?
So the first one is The Sweetest Part. It is a suspense romance type of situation.
Okay.
I'm here for it. All vibes. But look, I'm low-key like, what's suspenseful about it?
Well, it's also a murder mystery type of situation going on. So you got the love, you got the infidelity, you got the murder, because they be pushing us. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Without giving away too much more.
And as a fucking author, and to me, all authors are artists. As an artist and as somebody that is clearly good with her words, we lucky to have her here.
As a guest.
Make sure you come back next season.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes. And as I stated, love and money, we're gonna talk about it. This is, you could take this conversation so many different ways. But I think I first want to start out with the question: if a person is single and their finances ain't right, is it wrong for them to date? Like, this person ain't got shit together. Like, they don't have none of their financial ducks in order.
I mean, it's proof. Yes,
I'm asking you.
Okay.
We start with you. You the guy. We gonna start with you.
I'm not gonna say that it's wrong. It's not wise for he or she to date. I mean, dating. If they're dating to have fun and play around and stuff like that, okay. But if you're dating with intention, meaning you're gonna combine your world with somebody else, that's just a recipe for disaster. Because if you don't have any going into the situation, you don't have your ducks in a row. What? How can you go to a table and don't bring anything to the table? Like, how can you sit at the table and, some people do that. Some people just go and just expect stuff to be handed to them and things like that. But I feel like that's not a great foundation to start off with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not wrong. It's just not smart. Like, it's not smart. And then it just opens the door for people to hold stuff over your head. Oh, you don't got nothing. And it's
That part. And speak on your situation. I definitely feel you there. Hey, how you feel?
I think it's circumstantial. It depends on the type of relationship you're after. So if it's somebody that you want to build a future with, I feel like you shouldn't be at all until you get your shit together. Until you know spiritually, emotionally, financially, you can hold it all together and be able to provide. Now, if you're looking for the type of relationship where you have a sugar daddy or sugar mama, then that's different because you're dating with the intention of somebody taking care of you, for you to provide the service of them having your attention, your time. It's for entertainment purposes. So it just really depends on what type of relationship you're looking for. Me personally, I would never do it, but there are people that do, and they live lavish lives and are comfortable with that.
That's true. But there's also situations where, not necessarily sugar daddy or sugar mama, but you have women that are like going to the relationship like you gotta take care of me. Like I don't, you know, you gonna pay all the bills and stuff. I'm not gonna have, what have you. Maybe that's another situation. If you're going into an intention like that, like your man gonna take care of you, or maybe the guy is going, you know. I'm just saying, you're right. There's different, you know, circumstances where.
Let me tell y'all, I feel different. I feel different. The reason that I feel different because I've never been one of those women that wanted somebody to take care of me. I never. You have had conversations. Me, you too. About not even being the person where I'm not gonna go out and you know what I'm saying. Like I ain't gonna ask for a drink. I don't need a drink. You know what I'm saying. If you offer, I ain't gonna turn it down
Right
now.
Right.
But I was never leaving my house with the intention of someone else fitting the bill, and I never lived my life in a way where someone else fits the bill. But I also don't believe in staying single because your finances are not in order.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes, as long as you're ambitious and you're willing to keep going and you're willing to continue to grow and you're not looking for someone to leech off of, but someone to love through your own things you're working through, I feel like sometimes you do find that in those moments. But I feel like that's when it comes when you really probably, if you're not a person trying to leech off somebody or let somebody else be the breadwinner, you probably not looking for it. It just stumbles.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we was just at the same place at the same time, and like I fuck with your vibe. Like, yeah, we might not both be in our spot, but we both know where we're trying to get to, and every year we're progressing towards that. And I guess that leads me to my next question, because we're all women on this panel, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. So my next question is, would y'all date a broke man? Would you date somebody making half what you making?
I would say yes.
Would you date somebody homeless? Would you date somebody that, you know, today's date is gonna be the picnic with the bologna sandwiches and at the waterfront?
Alright, so for the first part, would I date somebody that makes half of what I make? I would say yes, because like just from experience, like there are circumstances where financially it might flop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and one season you might be making more, and next season they're making more. Like, it's hard to be like, oh no, right off the bat, homeless, I'll be your friend, cause I'll help you out. But like, I just feel like I am interested in men, so like, guys are supposed to like. Well, not supposed, but they are supposed to lead. They're supposed to provide. So it's like, if I am the number one breadwinner and like you don't have anything, no ambition, not working towards anything, it's gonna feel more of a daughter, like a mother-son relationship than it is really like us trying to be.
But is
a
that
partner.
because of him, or is it because of you and your issues and how you feel?
I would say it's a combination
like,
of the two.
let's say this person, like, maybe they choose to not
Make money?
Maybe they're making money. They just don't. They still live with their mother. That's just what's convenient for them.
But how can we build if he still lives?
Maybe he doesn't plan to stay there. But if you don't give that man a chance, then you're never gonna find out.
I mean, but that's a conversation that should be had earlier before we even decide.
Right, but if you deciding off the rip, if you're gonna give this man a chance based off the fact that he's homeless, as soon as you hear it, you out the door.
So when you say homeless,
Yeah.
what do you mean by
It's not his. It's not his.
Okay.
He can't call the
So
shots
he's
there.
not on the street. He just lives with his
Maybe
mom, or-
he car to car sometimes. Maybe he on his front couch. Maybe he with his mom a couple months. So you know, I don't know. Those are very specific. I'm just talking about the fact that he doesn't have a stable place that he pulls into and calls his home.
I mean,
At the end of every night.
we have to.
Like, are you out the door? Like, let's say this your first date and he mentions that. Are you out the door now? Because he
So
said that.
if it's our first date and he says I stay with my mom, now I want to know what your plan is. Now I want to know where you're going from here, because he could be, living with his mom to help her
or stack
to
buy a house and not rent.
Right. So that's what now I want to know what the next steps are. What's your plan? Because if you're like, oh man, it's just comfortable right now. I don't gotta pay nothing.
So
I'm trying to get my
it's fair to
rap
say-
career off the ground. No, I'm sorry, sir. No.
So it's fair to say, as women, overall, y'all feel like we definitely give a chance.
I feel like people
Like I'm talking about your name. Like you don't owe this man shit. This y'all first. This could be your first interaction or the first time y'all really went out and sat down.
Me personally, I would still abide by my no because I feel like you got your priorities fucked up. Like you can take me out on a date because you're interested in me, but you don't care about where you lay your head. Like I'd rather you take care of you first than to spend extra money on me just to like.
Maybe he's not spending money on you. Maybe y'all went Dutch.
We not ever. I don't like it.
No, go ahead. I want to hear it. Like, you said we not ever going Dutch?
No.
Because here's the thing. Let me tell you like this. I'm the type of bitch, I don't give a fuck if people ask me out or whatever the case may be. Trust and believe at the end of that day when that waitress come, I'm throwing my card on the table. Now, whether or not you tell me to pull my card back, that's on you as a man. Because if you tell me to pull it back, I'm going to pull it back. But you need to understand at the end of this, I don't give a fuck what you pay for. I don't care if I order steak, lobster, motherfucking Don Julio, 1738, bitch, De Leon, everywhere. I don't care what I ordered. At the end of this, bitch, I don't owe you a kiss. I don't owe you a piece of my vagina or nothing else.
See, I'm different.
I don't need to answer my fucking phone calls or none of that because I don't owe you shit. Now, I hope you man enough to be like, girl, put that shit back the fuck. But if you're not, my card ain't gonna decline because I wouldn't have came out with you if I wasn't prepared to fit my bill and be able to walk the fuck out of here.
That's a fact. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I still expect it. I think it should be. If you ask me on a date, you're courting me. You said you gonna put your card on the table on that date.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. And it's only because I feel like you should be able to have discernment, right? So when you're dating someone, you can kind of gauge and see based on how the date is going to go. Is this somebody that I personally want to invest more time and energy in? If no, I'm definitely paying. Like, because I don't want this. Like, I don't want this to go past whatever this is.
But that also allows me to see where you at with it. Because maybe I feel that way, right? But once I put my card on the table, I'm gonna find out something else about you.
I have a 5-second rule though. Like if we're at a date and like you got 5 seconds when the bill comes, if you don't decide, then I'm paying for it all, and it lets me know what your intention is from the rip. Like, and it's not like everybody.
So you're saying it's all or nothing when it's in
yes,
all or
yes.
nothing.
Because when you're courting someone, it's like I'm serious about you. I really want to get to know you, especially on that caliber. I took time out of my day to get dressed.
But what if your lifestyle don't match their financial pockets at the time?
They would know that because they planned the date. They planned the date around what they could afford and what they think that you would want to experience. So it was intentional from the get-go.
And that takes us back to the original question: should you date if your stuff is not together?
But I feel like I don't know. I feel like sometimes you might be with a $50,000 nigga. And a $50,000 nigga might be in a different stage in his life where maybe them ducks ain't aligned to take you on a $300 date because it's Tuesday.
So and
you're hungry.
Okay, so my question to you is, what qualifies for you personally as a cost-effective, substantial date where you feel like that person is actually putting
It's not about. See, here's the thing for me in general. It's never about the dollars. Like at the end of the day, to me, I feel like before I'm even deciding to sit down at the table with you, I've learned something about you or your lifestyle. That's just me. I've never been on a date with a man that I haven't had enough conversations with to know where you financially are. So I'm the type of bitch, when you ask me where I want to go, I'm gonna pick somewhere that matches your pockets. That's just me. Cause I could go get steak and lobster with my bitches any day. I could pay for my own steak and lobster, but what I know is I ain't gonna pay for yours, and maybe I know your pockets ain't gonna afford that. So let's go to TGI Fridays real quick. Like it's nothing. Oh, I can get my drinks from here, I get my Henny, I get my boo boo boo. That's just me.
How about you?
Because for me, it's like, just because you're in that spot today, don't mean you gonna be in that spot forever. Just because you can't, because you know me, I drink like a fish. Just because you can't fit my drinking bill today, don't mean I'm gonna count you out. You get what I'm saying? Like,
so here's where I am with it. I was, I married my high school sweetheart. We were 16, 17 years old. Yes. So we got married early. I am not in a position where I can go through struggle again anymore. If I have my stuff together, I'm not going to wait for you to get your stuff together. The next girl will. There's another girl for you. It's not me. I can't, go back down that road. Like I did that as a youth, and I worked my way up in different companies, and I make a certain amount, and my kids are well taken care of. I have my own place, have my own car. I'm not asking for $1 million. I'm asking for stability. And like I said, the next chick might be willing to go through that with you, or might.
So you would never be a sugar mama?
I ain't say that.
Yes, you did. That's all.
No.
Ooh,
When I'm older,
if he can't be your.
When I'm
No,
older,
she said she's looking for currently right now in the season. She's looking for stability.
So if you was a millionaire right now today at 30-something years old, you telling me you wouldn't be like, yeah, bitch, you look good. Come here.
I would, but at the place that I am right now.
But that's because of your financial and
So I'm
reality
dating,
type of situation.
Right, I'm dating. Now, if I'm rich and I, like Cher, she can date whoever she wants to, and these older ladies maybe we'll see. I don't know. I'm not there. I can't even wrap my head around that. Right now, though, I can't go through struggle with you.
Struggle love.
That's not me. I can't do it.
I don't call it struggle love, and I don't like that term. I have seen a man without a dime in his pocket have all the qualities in life, just put him in fucked up situations. And I've watched the ambition. You can see when there's drive and when there's not. You can see when somebody leeching and trying to use you and when they're not. You can see when somebody, I am going through my own shoulders, but I don't ask nothing of you right now. But I do appreciate who you are as a person, like something about you. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, because I know that the way most men get when they get money, I ain't dealing with that type of nigga. I'm not judging you off it based on your pockets. Now, yeah, I am going to judge you based off of your dreams. I am going to judge you based off of what you did in the last 12 months. I am going to judge you based on where you were last year and where you are today. I am going to judge you based on how you got here and how you plan to get out. But the door ain't closed because you're not offering me a drink. Put it like that. Like some bitches you can't approach unless you're doing stuff for me. I got more respect for the nigga that sit up beside me and he's like, yo, how's your day? All right, what you drinking? And we talked a little bit before he offered to buy a drink. Now he know what I like, so he can order the drink for me, not just say, give her what she already drinking. To me, a nigga that's gonna flex what his pockets could do, you hiding something.
No. See, no, that's not what I'm looking for.
That's what I believe.
Anybody could throw a stack of bills, take pictures with money day to their ear, no. I'm talking about somebody who. So let me just back up for a second. A man who has all his stuff together does not need to announce it. He does not need to flex. He does not need to spend all his money. He's secure himself. He's going to come to that relationship already self-sufficient and secure. It's other things besides money that I look for too. Right. But I'm just saying.
Right, but we just talking about love and money here. We talking about just love and just money.
money.
We ain't talking about attraction. We talking about love and money.
All I'm saying is, a real nigga not gonna slap stacks of cash on the
He gonna
table.
fill you up for a little bit. See what your values are, how you think. Because if how you think is important, then you're worth the investment. But if you hear just a shake like a city girl and you want me to just flex with your bread, like I'm gonna look at this as a transactional relationship.
Right.
Because you have nothing to offer.
My thing is, I guess my thing is, how are you within the first 20 seconds of deciding if you're gonna give somebody a chance or not?
I give everybody the benefit of the doubt because you don't know a person until you're about 3-5 weeks in. I don't know what your pockets look like upon 20 seconds.
But here's the thing: we went out to dinner, and I didn't put my card on the table. And within 5 seconds, you said I got 5 seconds.
It let me know what your intention. I also believe that whoever
you get what I'm saying? That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm pointing out. That part right there, because I feel like that's a lot of women.
But you missed the part. You missed the part that I said,
what
right?
You're saying.
You missed the one key part that's important. Who initiated the date? Because if I'm the one that
right, but why does it? Here's the thing.
I'm not worried about you.
My thing is, we both said yes. That means we both should have some sort of intention. My thing is, maybe he was gonna pay for it, but because he didn't do it in your time frame, now you get what I'm saying. Now you look at him different. That's what I'm saying. So you gave him a chance based on your rules and how you're looking at the situation. Whereas maybe he was just tipsy and didn't think the bull's hard. So like, you get what I'm saying?
So if she does the 5-second rule and she go to put her thing on the table, he was already planning to pay for it. He just took a little longer.
He would tell me to take my card back.
Right, but that's what I said. But that's what I said. For me, it's like, you feel me? I'm putting my card on the table regardless. And now if you tell me to put it back, that's something different. That's what I'm saying. So I get what you're saying.
I'm opposed to at, Jewel, is because I feel like when men, they show you up front if you're worth the investment. If they're not willing to pay for it, it lets you know, oh, this is a friendship type of situation.
Right, but I need you to
he
understand.
He doesn't see enough to
I guess
invest
for
in
me, I need a nigga to understand at the end of this, I don't owe you shit. So you got some niggas that feel like I paid for your meal, bitch, you owe me pussy at the end of the night.
Okay.
But no, here's the thing. But I'm the type of bitch where if you was a female shaking your ass on fucking IG and all of that, you damn right if I say, oh, you tell me you want to go to X, Y, and Z, you want me, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy that $200 steak, baby. I'm gonna buy that bottle, I'm gonna buy that $400 bottle. We gonna have a great time. And you know what? I expect a great time at the end of that too. Now, we got the same woman that won't give a nigga that's not offering up his card in 5 seconds a chance, saying, you can fit the bill, but nigga, I don't owe you shit. That's crazy to me. Because
about different calories.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
No, but for me, I'm just looking at not even judging this person, just off, for one, every man gotta get an opportunity.
No,
I'm not saying, when I say every man, I don't mean every man in the world. I mean every man that get a chance at you.
I still don't believe that. Because me personally,
then he didn't have a chance at you. You eliminated the chance in the beginning. He did not have a chance at you. That's what I'm saying. So in order to have a chance at you, you have to grant it, which means he has to have that time and opportunity. Otherwise, he wasn't a man that had a chance with you. If you don't give him a chance, he didn't have a chance.
Right. So then
So if from the rip I got a judgment off you based off love or money, I'm pulling your chance before you even. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you play. And that's my issue. Like, and that's what I'm saying. When it comes to love and money, it's this exactly what we have happening right here, right? 3 people, 2 people with different views or whatever the case may be. But this is all I'm saying is, I feel like how people approach situations up front, where finances is a big one that can make a person say, I'm never talking to that nigga ever again. Where maybe that shit came. Maybe that was just a circumstantial situation.
So here's my thing, if I can, you could, all right, off the rip, I hear what you're saying about he didn't even have a shot, but there's a way for you, if you really, are interested in me, there's a way for you to maneuver the fact that you don't have any money, or you're really a sound dude, like you really have a good head on your shoulders, but you may not be in the best financial situation. You could take me on a date to a $40 date to the museum. You can take.
But you got some people that don't appreciate that. That's what I'm saying.
They're not aligned. They're not aligned. They're not aligned. There's ways for you to finesse the fact that you might be on the lower scale.
Absolutely.
You could have went on group party.
And as we go
along,
along,
the best experience.
Exactly.
And you would have never known that because the experience was so great that you were just like, yo, I want to give this guy a chance. I don't even care what his financial standing is.
Okay, so all right, now this is so funny because this all literally leads back to my main question, right? Could you be now? Because here's the thing, right? As I just said, the person might not be able to. I'm judging based off of us. We all have more expenses. When we go out and have a good time as bitches, we have a good time. Right. The bill come back to the table $400 and we don't blink an eye. That's you get what I'm saying? So as women that do appreciate nice things, what y'all are saying is y'all might date a nigga that's making less money than you.
You making less money, absolutely, but
I ain't saying because see, I said homeless. I said homeless, but I never said broke and I never said unstable.
So here's
I said homeless, but I never said broke and I never said unstable. Let me just throw that out there.
We need your definition of homeless because without that,
because that's what I said. Maybe I initially said. What if he's choosing to live with his mother?
That's not homeless.
No. That is because he doesn't have a home that is his own. He don't run that house.
He has a place that he lays his head every day.
Like, you can't say homeless.
I'm saying
this could also be a nigga that's trying to start a business and needs $50,000 to start that business. So instead of going into debt, now I'm stacking my money and I'm going. And maybe I'm house to house with my niggas. I got 3 niggas. They all fuck with me. They all don't got women, and this is what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is, right, I didn't give any of those stipulations. I said right at the back, you having an initial conversation with a nigga, and one thing he gives you lets you know, like, that nigga living out his car.
But remember, I said that was your plan. That's why I said, then once he says that, now I need to know what's the plan. So if he has a plan, he's trying to start a business, he needs $50,000. All right, cool. Let's see. We gonna see. Let's see. That don't count you out.
I'm gonna do it.
But if he lived at his mama house and he like, oh yeah, I've been with my mom. Me and my mom moved out here from North Jersey. yeah, you know, everything is working out okay. She works, I work, we split the bill. What? No. Live at your mama's house. You're building up your savings to purchase your home, or you're building up your, you know, your business credit or what have you. Cool. What's the plan? I want to know what the plan is.
So what happens when you with this person? They stable, y'all together, y'all get married, right? And this person becomes handicapped. Now they don't got their check no more.
For
Now they
better
got
or worse,
disability.
my
That's why I'm coming to the situation with my own stuff. That's why I'm coming to the situation already, you know, stable and able to provide for myself. I'm not gonna go into a situation where I'm only relying on one income. That's my thing. That's just me. Some people do.
You would be relying on one income if he's disabled in the state you live in. It gets capped. You get SSDI. It's capped. You can't just, it ain't like it's a portion of what you made before. Nah, nigga, you get the state maximum if you made above that.
But this goes back on non-negotiables and values, right? So if I'm dealing in a situation with that, if we are in partnership, we should automatically have, okay, financially, this is what we're going to live off of. Whether that's 50% of the household earnings or one salary.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, anything can happen. I can get hit by a car tomorrow and we got to survive off of one. So if our values are set, right, and we're living how we want to live within our means, if in the event of an emergency, we're still good either way, because it's not going to be an adjustment because we're not living above our means.
So essentially, what I'm hearing is a nigga don't gotta be a baller. He don't have to pay for your entire. He don't gotta fit your bill.
I never expected a nigga ever in my life to do that, and that's just the way that I was raised. My mama always said, "Make sure that you."
And I agree with y'all, but I just want to say at the beginning of this conversation, that's not how it started off. That's not what y'all sounded.
We said that we would not.
No. I'm just saying.
I
just said now, because we first started talking about the restaurant and fitting the bill, right? But what y'all saying now is if he can't fit the bill, he's still good. If he's not fitting the bill, he got these other.
We're saying
and he got these other things in place.
Girl, no.
Then it's fine.
No, we're saying we're in a relationship. I have my foot in. We are doing this thing. The train has left the station.
So basically, a man that's not stable in himself, you would never give him the time of day.
Because I'm having to deal with insecurity 24/7. Not dealing
But
with
who's to say that man is insecure? Him working on. Because here's the thing. Maybe for whatever reason, he's working a job paying him $12 an hour or whatever the case may be. Maybe he's doing all the things to get better. But what you're saying is, at that point in time, you would redirect him and tell him, no, go figure out your life.
No, I wouldn't tell him to go figure out his life. I just tell him, unfortunately, I don't see this going based on that.
Go figure out your life. Like, you're not gonna be. I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm not gonna date you. I'm not willing to get to know you anymore. You're not there. So
I'm just gonna say, I don't want to say from experience, but in certain situations, a man who doesn't have his stuff together, his wife does or his girlfriend does, you need something that he's gonna need something to build him up. So where do you get validation from as a man? Oh, I don't know, another bitch.
I'm just saying.
I can't take care of my household. I don't have she's paying all the bills and stuff like that. I'm working on it. But right now, she's flexing on me. Where do I get validation as a man?
And guys need that. Like, no offense, their ego will not permit them. I put it to you this way. With some dudes from experience, they do get mad when they see that you can spend the bread that you've earned. You feel like, I have the right to spend this with your homegirls on him, and he can't reciprocate. Experienced it from the rip. They feel like, I feel bad because I can't give you the love and validation that everybody else around you can. Even
I've experienced a complete difference, and this is why. And I see a lot of people, women that are close to me, right, lead with these expectations, financial expectations, where maybe you don't even see the full picture or potential of what this person may have for you or may be able to do for you, but you're already giving off this own persona yourself that either he's counting you out or you're counting him out, and you're left with these men that might be financially stable, but they're not giving you anything else that you need. There's these other holes where there's non-negotiables that you have in your life that he's not filling. And maybe it's because he hasn't been through certain struggles. Maybe it's because he hasn't been through certain things. Maybe he hasn't grown through anything. So I just feel like a lot of the women these days are missing out on the actual things outside of money that they value from their men, like respect, like love, like affection, like equality in a household.
Absolutely right.
Whereas if a man, most men that are already, they don't even have time to be bothered with certain things that might be a need to you as a woman. And I'm saying from experience, I'm watching this.
But that's why you make your expectations known up front, A, and then B, what does it take to be financially stable? It takes discipline, it takes commitment, it takes, understanding of yourself, it takes a plan,
For me,
planning and stuff like that. So this is the type of man that I want. Financially stable means you have a plan for yourself. You're disciplined enough to execute this plan, and you're committed to follow through. These are the things that when I say financially stable, because financially
Stable doesn't
you
just
may
mean
be
money.
financially stable making half of what I make, but your credit is good,
Right.
and you have a savings.
so financially, what we have to be clear is financially stable for everybody is something different. number one.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Number one. But the reason why I pushed so hard for this topic and why this topic was important to me is because I know for a fact from experience, there are certain things that I get from my partner because there's a respect and where we both have been at our lowest and how we both grind and get above and get to our next goal.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I have a lot of peers that are going through some of these things, and I feel like they're overlooking some potentially good men because maybe they didn't want to buy you and your friend that you was with a drink. Maybe they just wanted to buy you a drink. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
And I just don't want us as women to count people out because you can't judge a book by its cover, and whatever that experience may or may not be on a first date. It depends on how well you know that person. And that's what I think. I feel like beyond love and beyond money, like Kayla said, it's about you knowing what your values are, and hopefully y'all values align so that regardless of what happened in your relationship, y'all are still fine. And I feel like that's where the anchor is, because at the end of the day, a lot of people think love is a emotion, but it's a choice. And like Kayla said, for better or for worse. And hopefully we're in a place where we're prepared for the worst. But if not, we still got to be on the same page, and all those values and all those other things that are important is going to count. But I wonder if making a certain amount of money or being able to be at a certain class may make a man have certain traits that are not desirable. I'm not saying all. I feel like a lot of them, money is the root of all evil.
Yes.
I feel like niggas come up and they
Forget where they came from.
Yeah.
From home training too. Goddamn, like you right. Some men who do get money and think that they got God.
not to run all over you. You should be cleaning, cooking,
And not just men, women
bare
too.
home and pregnant.
Women too. Like I make my own money. I don't need a man. And just because they're financially stable doesn't mean that they have all the other boxes checked off.
I'm gonna go so hard for my broke people in general because you know how many niggas I dated and I ain't had no money in my fucking pocket. Now if that was like, I feel like whatever go for niggas, go for bitches too. So if a nigga can't date without a diamond in his pocket, bitches shouldn't be leaving the house with a club without a diamond in your pocket. Stay your broke ass home.
Unpopular
like
opinion.
I do.
Unpopular opinion. I absolutely 100% agree with you. I'm not going to leave the house if
Yeah.
you're not going to embarrass
GP.
me. You're not going to embarrass me. If you can't cover the bill, I need to be able to, just in case. That's all I'm saying. That's an unpopular opinion. But I'm not going to leave the house without enough money, and I'm not going to order stuff unless I know I can cover it. I still expect you to. I still expect you to cover it.
And that's what it like. Really, the whole me putting my card. That's a test for real. But at the same time, I ain't gonna not answer because maybe you feel me. Maybe you put your card there too, and they took both our cards. I don't know.
I'm
Like,
about
you know what I'm
to
saying?
actually put my card there. I might flinch like I'm a. Oh, you got it. Okay.
See, not me. I'm just we gonna be in conversation. You gonna be telling me about your grandma. I'm gonna throw my card on the table because the bill there, and I'm gonna look you dead in your eyes, and I'm gonna see how you feel.
I don't have an issue pulling out my card. It's just that, like, I'm really big on the intention, right? So whoever presented the date first, me personally, just from experience, you should pay.
So,
Like,
all right.
So if I ask you out as a woman, if I ask the man out, I expect you to foot the bill for both of us.
So, all right. So, okay. For
I want you to
example, I met my
experience
nigga
it.
online. We met online. We met on Facebook. And before we actually went out together, there was a couple different dialogues. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, it came from us having a conversation about us both liking sushi. The fact that Black women don't normally do the sushi thing. You gotta find a certain type. Usually, they even know what it is. And then I was shocked that him as a man, he was into sushi, and you feel me? And I'm like, I could go for some sushi. Like, what you doing this week? I didn't ask him out. So this nigga, oh, I ain't doing nothing on Tuesday, da 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 da. Okay. Alright, well, I ain't gonna lie. If you got a sushi spot you fuck with, I wanna go. Like, let's go, da 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 da. And I set the expectation up front because I met him online. I'm gonna pay for my own food. I did. I told him straight up front. And he was like, what? No, you're not. Yes, I am, because I just needed you to know at the end of the day, don't expect shit. You gonna get
But,
big.
that was a gentleman, because he automatically said, no, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like,
and when
he
we
was
went
like-
and sat down and I pulled out my card, he paid. But my thing is, for me, we all have different. We all have
I
different
get it, but I
perceptions.
don't want you to think like you, my cousin.
No.
I don't want you to think like that. I don't care if he spent $1 million on you.
Right,
You're
but here's
still
the thing.
not gonna.
Here's the thing.
You're not required.
It's not about me feeling required. Here's the thing. I'm the type of bitch. I'm not gonna get on a flight and expect you to fly me out if I'm not fucking you. Because to me, there's a reason.
Yeah,
right?
no, most
You get what
definitely.
I'm saying?
I agree with
You
that.
get what I'm saying? So to me,
It's
I get that. The more I do, like, it should be a give and take relationship. You get what I'm saying? And you not gonna give me what you like. You gonna give me what I like. So if we doing a give and take thing, I just need a front for that to be understood. I don't owe you shit. When you go to bed tonight, when we part ways, when you go home and talk to your niggas about what I said and what I did at the table, I won't be one of the ones that you go tell your homeboys was trying to get a free meal. That's what I'm saying. Like, so all
I
of
get
this.
I get that.
That goes back to the golden rule, right? So, like, I feel like you should treat people the way that you would like to be treated.
Mhm.
So, I'm not going to go out on a date with a man knowing that I don't have interest in him,
Right.
because I don't want a man to take me out knowing that he don't have interest in
Right.
me to flex on some girl that didn't give him attention today.
Right.
I don't have to deal with any of it.
I was straight up telling nigga in a heartbeat.
No,
Bitch, that's why you get used, cause you do that. Cause you pull out that card every time a bitch bat her eyes.
Also, you
Cause you
can't buy
already,
me.
you feel me?
Like, soul is not, this is very much giving soul is not for sale.
But some
Like,
niggas think they can, and some don't realize when they're being played. And I feel like for me, it's the taking advantage part that I don't like. It's the your intentions aren't pure from the rip that I don't like. It's the maybe you can't see past the fact that today if we're gonna spend time today and I get paid 2 days from now, bitch, we need to go to Applebee's today, okay? Like, I will take you to lunch and you can have one margarita, bitch. And I'm gonna leave a nice tip and you gonna eat a nice meal and this, that. Like, bitch, like, you get what I'm saying? But you got some women that'll count a man out just for having that type. You get what I'm saying? That type of situation.
I feel like everybody baits in their collar, but I've
Myself.
actually never had that experience.
Nah, I
Like,
have.
literally every guy that has ever asked me out set intention like this. I want to show her somewhere she's never been, and I appreciate it because it's just like
Yeah, I love that for you.
It's
Like,
hard to get me
I
on
love
a
that
date,
for you.
period.
I'm
It's hard
like-
to get me out on a date, period.
Yes, and I think that is too. Like, I really have to vibe with you to link. Like,
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
really have to like. I really have to be like, yo, you
I
are
can count
so
my
worth the
dates
value.
outside of my man. I can count the dates I've been on.
too.
Probably on 3 hands, 2-3 hands.
And
in
that's
my
by
life.
choice. Like,
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely by choice. Cause
Like-
bitch, I'm not going out with everybody.
I dated this Russian guy in college, right? And
She don't got no. She don't got
I was
no
like,
nose.
he was like, what's your interest? I'm like, well, I really feel like sushi today. His brother owns a sushi bar. He rented out the whole sushi bar so that he could just have sushi. But it was just like, I wasn't one expecting that. I just wanted to experience something that you would want to show me. Like, I go in it with, I don't care how much money really that you have. It's more of, what can you show me that is an aspect of yourself that I get to experience with you?
Would you date a 70-year-old millionaire?
Me? I'm not gonna fold you. Like, if we vibing and we have similar values, I just might.
Girl, maybe y'all don't vibe, because all he want to talk about is you sucking his dick all day.
It's an
every
automatic
night.
no. I don't care how much money you got.
You date a 70-year-old millionaire?
I gotta think about it.
That means yes.
I gotta think. I don't know. Where am I at my life?
But I mean, like, that would go back to you, like what you said. Like, he might do other things that guys in my age group might not be doing. He might respect me more. He might actually care about how I'm feeling, check in on me. Like, it really goes. I don't think of it that way. Action and emotion are attached. So if I don't feel an emotional attachment to you, I'm not going to be attracted to you.
So you would date an ugly nigga is what you're telling me.
If you make me laugh, maybe.
I have. Yo, I dated
Maybe
this
the
one
funniest
nigga.
one.
No lie. My friends,
they're the funniest.
hold on,
ones.
right.
They are.
My
But I
friends
also-
refer to this nigga as alien. That's how ugly he was to my friends. I just was like, I don't think he's that ugly. Like his personality is great.
But I also think that ugly is ambiguous. Ugly,
Yes.
everyone has their own perception of
In the
beauty.
eye
The
of
prettiest
So-
person could be fucking ugly because I didn't see some ugly, pretty bitches.
That part.
I'm like,
Heavy on
damn,
that
you
part.
are so cute, but you so ugly that I would
Yeah.
just rather.
Not.
There's so
But I
many
just-
people in the world though. Like if your preference is not that, or your preference is I only like men who look good, or I only like men with
I
money.
can see that's the
If
thing.
you're saying that you're not giving this man a chance, that next girl's gonna give that man a chance.
right, that
That's his
actually wants
person.
him, right?
And you can't be mad because you had your opportunity.
That's true.
Like-
That's true.
No.
I agree.
Like he's not just gonna die lonely, maybe.
No,
but
it's
that would be
literally
because
it's
he's ugly
someone for
inside.
everyone, like you said. Like
And I'm just not her right now.
Okay, so how much of a relationship is a business transaction?
A lot of a relationship is a business
I
transaction,
agree.
especially when there's kids involved. A lot of it is
I'm not signing the marriage papers unless it financially makes sense, bitch. It's illegal to have a marriage ceremony
If you don't have to.
if you don't sign the paperwork in some states.
and have the government. in
Like if
between
you
y'all
do
shit.
not sign the paperwork to get your marriage license and fill, because you know you're supposed to pay the fee and fill out the paperwork beforehand,
Right.
and then you send it off or whatever after you officially sign it, which normally happens beforehand at the courthouse, and then they sign it again when it's If that all does not happen, and you have a ceremony to show love and affection, and that you're committing yourself to this person, and you're identifying yourself as husband and as wife, and you do not have that license, that is illegal. You have broken the law in some states. I don't know which states, but look it up. It's true.
That's wild.
Just like in some states, I won't get married in because of community property state law.
Yeah, because I was never. Bitch, Texas had me
New
thinking
Jersey?
2-3 times.
New Jersey
Texas.
is a community property state. FYI.
Yeah, but ain't nothing like Texas, though. They all don't operate like... There's Texas, there's Nevada, and California, right? Those are the three
Yeah,
ones that have
Texas is
crazy
wild.
laws. They got some crazy-ass laws where...
Texas is like its own country.
Which is, it's crazy.
I mean, PA is a little bit on the fence too because.
But it ain't... I feel like ain't nobody as bad as Texas,
No,
though. Like,
ain't nobody
they
as
don't
bad
even
as Texas.
allow you to, like...
I think Texas and California are the two.
Yeah,
worst
crazy
states to
is.
get married in.
Yes.
Because
But...
no matter what you come in with and what you leave with, you got to live everything. And then like, you shouldn't go into expectation with that regarding your spouse, but like you also never know. Circumstances and time reveal the true intentions of people. But yeah, you would never catch me getting married ever in those two states. Okay, so say you and your significant other have been married for some time or in a committed relationship. You both have a joint account and you guys have been talking about what your dream home is, right? What it looks like, how many acres you want, all the way down to the supporting beam in the middle, right? The foundation. How would you feel if your significant other took all the money in your joint account and bought a house without consulting you?
Bitch, first of all, this is why, and let me tell you, I'm gonna shake my butt on that one. Okay? You got your life, and that nigga got his life, okay? Yes, we are a team. I should know exactly how much you got in that other account, but I'm okay with us having we got our money together, but we got our money that's our money.
No, so hold on, but wait. What if your partner?
I wish you would spend on that house that I didn't get to look at and say
Well,
yes
what
or
if your
no
partner
to.
knows you inside and out? He knows everything you ever wanted. He knows you want a
Then we
big kitchen
discussed
with the
it.
island. He knows you want a big backyard and you want at least 5 bedrooms. You want a finished basement and you want a wraparound driveway. He knows that you want all of that.
That's
He
what I'm
found the
saying.
perfect house.
Everything better be perfect. Cause and here's the thing: when I see that bitch, if my heart don't say, I would spend everything I have on this house. If that's not what my heart say, I might black your eye in front of this realtor because you played with me and my money. And
Not
all we
in
had to
front
do
of
is
the
talk
realtor.
in front of the realtor. We might not make it out the fucking vestibule of the house when we walk in. Cause bitch, who said I wanted to live on this street? Yeah, like, it could be that fucking. It could be my dream house on the wrong fucking street. Bitch, you don't know to the point where you're not talking to me. Now I can understand if we talked about it and you be like, oh babe, what you think about living on the street? And then you don't say nothing about it again. Oh babe, if you had to pick floors for your kitchen, what would it be? That's different because it's like, okay, I gave you all of that.
considering
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So then if I do bitch about it when I come to the vestibule and I'm like, why the fuck would you? You could be like, bitch, hold up.
We had a conversation.
We talked about this. I said, how would you feel about spending $300,000 on a house in this county? You said you was fine. I asked you about living on this street. You said you liked it. You said you wanted marble, bitch. I had them put marble on the ceilings, the floors, and the walls.
I would say it takes a real narcissist to be that confident to buy, to purchase.
You better not with my money.
I would be so indecisive. Like,
Bitch, hold on. And let me tell you this. It could be your money. If it's our joint account, and you empty that bitch, and I think we sitting on this. Cause remember, I said we can have our own money. You can have whatever the fuck you want in that account. I can't touch it. But if that joint account, you could have put $250,000 in it,
right.
and I only put $3,000. But bitch, if 250 is gone the next morning, was no conversation had with me. Ooh,
right.
So you never considered me before you made that decision, and therefore, like, you don't respect me.
Right.
So, like, there's nothing to be had at all. Like, you didn't consider what I might have thought. We could have used that money for school. It's not because of private school. Maybe that was the financial needs at that time. Like,
but let's just hope, like, again, this is where it comes back to values. Because if your values match mine, you know not to do no shit like that.
thank you.
I think when it comes to dating, you need to understand where you fit on a dating pool based on where you are in your life. I do think that matters.
Yes.
I think people need to start being more realistic with their expectations. And I just think you need to find somebody that have the same core values as you and great communication skills. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to get you through your broke moments, your successful moments, your moments where you're pouring money out of your fucking ears and your lungs and your heart. Don't count somebody out because of the first mistake or the first interaction. I feel like if your heart is open to them a little bit, we need to all have a place where we grant some grace. We all have non-negotiables. I'm not saying break a non-negotiable. Your non-negotiables are true to who you are. And make clear, some of our core values come from trauma, and that's not always something we're willing to share in the beginning. Sometimes you gotta peel back layers with people, and sometimes maybe there's something they're missing. Maybe that's why it has never clicked. Maybe they keep trying different things and something's missing, and maybe you got that thing.
Right.
So, again, I'm not even trying to tell y'all what to do. We're just trying to get y'all something new to think about. And with that being said, any final thoughts, ladies?
My final thought is that I just want to reiterate that financially stable, you know, is different for everyone. And when I say financially stable, again, you need to be disciplined. Like, in order to be financially stable, you have to be disciplined, you have to be committed, and you have to have a plan. Those are core values in a person. If I could find someone with those core values, it doesn't matter if you have $1 million, it doesn't matter if you have 10. Those are the core values, because somebody who is disciplined, committed, and has a plan is never going to be broke.
They're never going to stay broke. They might be broke,
They're never
but they're going to stay there.
Right. So that's my final thing. It's more than just money. It's a mental thing. Are you committed? Are you disciplined? And do you have a plan to be financially stable, to lead the family, to lead, you know, me? And that's all I'm looking for. I don't need $1 million. I just need you to not be homeless.
That part.
Ah.
Don't be homeless. That's it.
For me, the jewel I'll drop you guys with is just know your value, know what you value, form your non-negotiables from there, and don't fray from it. It's okay to have exceptions, but
based on circumstance.
it has to be circumstantial, where to the point where it benefits both parties. Because if it's only benefiting you, that's manipulation, and if it's only benefiting the other person, there's no boundaries, and they're never going to respect you. So know what you value, and know what value you have.
Like always, you know, I gotta drop a jewel or whatever. Alright, so love is beautiful and feels extremely amazing. But without money, is it even worth staying? I think this is where your love language truly matters. Because depending on that, all this shit could really shatter. Sometimes you need both. And sometimes comfortable won't work. But this is the part that helps you determine where your love is and your love's worth. We want different things, and that's where it all starts. Find out what makes you smile. Is it the pocket or the heart? There's someone for everyone, and that's what we need to know. So if you're not happy, please pack your shit. Don't stay. Just go. Be real up front. Truth and honesty is gonna get you far. Be real with yourself more than you are real with everybody else, and be real with everybody. That's my. You know what I'm saying? As always, we're wishing you peace, love, and prosperity.
And you guys will be able to get a copy of her book in the link below.
Yes. Tap in. We love y'all. See ya.
See ya.